you. This is Sorta Kinda. Hope you guys are being excellent to each other out there. I mean, man, it's been a while, hasn't it? Been a while since we've done this. And I miss it. I miss you guys. I'm lonely. I'm so lonely. My wife doesn't want to talk about Thanos anymore with me. She hasn't even seen Endgame. She's too busy raising a child, you know? So we'll have to make sacrifices. I win. I finally saw Endgame. That might be the peak of pop culture. That movie was released like 3 or 4 times and it finally broke all these records, and now I think that's the end, right? I think we're done with comics now, right? I was for a little bit, frankly. I just kind of got tired of it. I got burnt out on statues and comics. I needed to take a break, which I did, and it was great. And then when I finally went to the comic store to pick up my pool, it was gigantic. When I got there, I was like, oh crap. They put the stack up on the table. Here you go, sir. They hit the table and like dust flew everywhere, and a part of me died inside. Sometimes when I get really nervous, I kind of toot a little bit, you know? So I let out these little toots like an old lady would in like a Walmart's. But luckily I was wearing like leather pants, so none of us melted. I took that home with me as well. Anyway, not much to say about the stack. Not really. It's a giant stack, and in fact, it was very expensive, which stinks. Because you know the price that I paid for this haul here, this pull list, I probably could have bought like an entire run of the New Warriors, or like an entire run of Alpha Flight, or like an entire run of, I don't know, Sleepwalker, which maybe just want to cancel myself. I canceled the pool, I canceled me, but it's not entirely true. I did break it down into 5 books that I do enjoy that are still on the pool. I'll share it with you now. This is what I'm into. Here's Batman 79, I believe. Is that right? Yeah, 79. It's basically just Batman and Catwoman. They're like hanging out on a beach. They're working out with each other. They're working out on top of each other. They're like that weird, annoying Instagram couple that takes pictures of them and does like short videos, puts them on Facebook, where they're all like just doing these weird flips on top of each other. And it's just like, you're like, God, I don't know, man. Who wants to spend that much time with their significant other? That seems like it takes a lot of practice. I don't know. You know, my wife goes that way, I go this way, you know? Anyway, that's what this book is. It's weird. It's a weird relationship. It's like people who have never been in a relationship before. That's what this book is. I think it's written by a guy who's never been in a relationship. I think Tom King has been... I think he's been single for a long time. Call me crazy. 78, I believe? Yeah, I'm just trying to catch up on it. What's cool about it is Clayman art's great, and that's awesome. You know, this wouldn't be that bad of a book if it didn't say Batman on the title. Give it to your daughter and she could read it, or give it to your niece, or give it to your mom, and they could all read it and enjoy it. But it says Batman on there. When I read a Batman title, I kind of want him to be badass, and he's not badass. Not at all. Picked up Doomsday Clock. Oh yeah. I believe this is like a couple weeks old, but I picked it up. It's not the worst. It's not bad at all. I love it because the characters are cool. Like, I wish it would have started here, this issue. There's Creeper, you got Guy Gardner running around Firestorm. Those are the characters I grew up with that I love. I love those guys. And it's nice to see them in this book that unfortunately it just seems like it doesn't need to happen, this book. But it's pretty to look at. Gary Frank rocks. I don't know. Whatever. Marvel. So the books I've been picking up and enjoying for the most part lately, strangely enough, has been Marvel, which is crazy. It's been a long time since I've really enjoyed Marvel, like as a whole, which I still don't, but I'm noticing that more and more books are getting better and better, and they're making better decisions, and I'm digging it. J.J. Abrams. I mean, isn't that the guy that screwed up Star Wars? No, it's not. It's the round-headed guy. What is his name? Rian Johnson? That's right. Anyway, this is not bad. It's not bad at all. It's J.J. Abrams, I guess his son Henry Abrams, and it's drawn by Sarah Pichelli, and it's not too shabby. The artwork is beautiful, and the writing's really good. It's like, I think J.J. Abrams is just on there to sell the book. I think his son actually writes it. I could be wrong. Maybe they work together. Because usually, J.J. Abrams is pretty good about ideas. Like the first part. No matter what it is. He cannot stick the landing. So maybe his son can. I hope so. I actually like the heck out of this book. Which is strange. Not too shabby. There's a really good couple panels with old Peter. I don't want to spoil it for you, but older Peter with his son. And the interaction between the two of them seemed very natural. Unfortunately, Mary Jane doesn't last too long in this book, and it made me sad. Quito. Jason Aaron. Assad Ribic, great creative team that returned from what they initially started in The God of Thunder back in the Marvel Nowadays, which I thought was probably the strongest title from that whole relaunch. I loved it. I thought it was great. The whole thing felt like heavy metal, like a heavy metal magazine. Dig the art in this. I dig the writing. I love the sentences that he chooses to put in these guys' mouth. Like, I think Jason Aaron's really, really good at Thor. And they're continuing the story from the old man side of the story, the old man Thor side of the story. So he's like basically taking Odin's place. He's got like a destroyer arm, like part of the destroyer suit, because he lost an arm. So he's got the destroyer arm. He's got an eye patch. He's all in beat up shape. He's got meow still. And I don't think you need to read anything between just the Jason Aaron God of Thunder and then this. I think you'll be just fine. Punisher. I don't know, there's something about this cover that I was just like, yes, I gotta pick this up again. Do you know why? Do you know why? It's because of Night Thrasher. Come on, it's got freaking Night Thrasher on the cover. And I was just like, I was so excited. Nipple hard, goose flesh. Man, I think my hair is like switched its part. Like it was over here, and then it just switched over there. My nipples got really hard. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna buy this. Oh yeah, Night Thrasher. Unfortunately, the interiors do not show him in his classic New Warriors costume. It's more of his solo title costume, which I hate. Man, they need to bring him back. Conan number 9. I think that Conan is one of my favorites, even though it's just an okay Conan story. I still like it. I think it has something to do with the toxic masculinity. I dig that about Conan. I think it's awesome. He's just a big brooding guy. He's tough as nails and he pushes through. And he's just like the tenacity, and he's clever, cunning, strong as heck. There might be some wizard or some creepy crimson witch, but he doesn't care. He'll just go right up to him and try to take their head off. Conan like biting things and ripping people in half, and I could have used 2 issues of this, I think. Savage Sword number 9. Sorry about these little fingernails. Another book that I was enjoying at first. I think the first 6 or 7 or so, I think it was first 7 issues were written by Jerry Dugan, which were surprisingly great. I loved them a lot. And then they had some fill-ins. Meredith Finch did one. I thought that was pretty good, or 2. That's pretty good. And then Jim Zub took over, and this is like a gambling. It's like a 3-parter so far. I don't know. But Conan's basically in this gambling hub, and it's like a den of sin. There's strippers everywhere, and he's just playing this really ridiculous card game that I kind of understand, but it doesn't really matter if you do or not. It seems like a tryout book. It's like if they run around and they see some homeless guy in San Francisco, they're like, hey, you want a job? You got pink hair? And they're like, yeah, okay. It's Conan. It's like, okay, just try it. Like, all right. Does it pay? A little bit. Daredevil 11 continues to be one of my favorite comics currently on the market today, written by Chip Zdarsky, one of the only true comic book writers out there, I believe. I mean, what's he doing right now? He's just writing comics. It doesn't seem like he's out there trying to make like a script for a movie or like sell like an independent property or whatever so he can become a millionaire, you know, get some show on AMC or HBO. He just seems like, hey man, I think I just want to write comic books. I love this. I love this book. I haven't read this yet, but I'm looking forward to it. It's pretty cool. Through Hell, Part 1, probably a good place to start if you're interested in reading some Daredevil or just interested in reading like a really good comic book again. I always felt like the X-Men were mine, you know. Outsiders. They're outsiders. And I always felt like I was kind of like the loser. Powers of X, number 4 of 6. Now, what I can say about this book is it's awesome, first of all. Best thing I can say about it is it's actually interesting, which the X-Men haven't been interesting in like forever, it seems like. I mean, it wasn't too long ago that I was using my X-Men books to beat my dog with. House of X number 5 of 6, which they bring in Apocalypse. I gotta talk about this issue. This is my favorite issue of the entire series so far. Issue number 4. Really awesome seeing this exchange between Nightcrawler and Wolverine, who have been friends from, since the old days. All it took was a couple panels. That's it. Just this right here. Not much dialogue, but just the right dialogue. And it made me like, I get really emotional. So great. Nightcrawler's like, worried about your soul, Logan? And Logan's like, just wondering what someone like me should expect. And then Nightcrawler puts his hand on his shoulder and he says, when you wake from this earthly slumber, my friend, look for me. I will be there waiting for you. That's so nice. And then he bamps. Nightcrawler immediately dies, and Wolverine starts hacking at this mother mold thing. Cyclops, and he's watching this happen, and he's like, bravest man I know. These feel like my X-Men, so I'm super happy, super excited, and thankful for Disney for finally giving us the permission to like X-Men again. Thanks, Disney. Thanks for doing us a real solid. Bunch of corporate jackoffs. That's it for my new stuff. Yeah. Savage Sword Conan. I picked up some random issues, but they're cool because they both have Boris covers, so I thought it was really cool. We got number 12 and number 10. These are some great looking books. Freaking sweet cover. I mean, look at this. You got Babes, Muscles. Babes, Muscles. Monsters. You gotta have Babes, Muscles, and Monsters. That's what works. What's funny is there's some early articles about LARPing in here as well. Yeah, they're talking about LARPing. Early LARPing. So these guys are dressing up. They got foam swords. Look at that. Yeah, can you guys see that? That's great. Marvel's poster book. Look at this. 32 posters and all. And it's all Todd McFarlane. It's all his like really cool covers from his Amazing Spider-Man run, his Spider-Man run, and maybe the Marvel Tales reprints that he was doing at the time. Pretty sweet. You got all kinds of wicked, really cool covers in here. Maybe 11 by 17 or so. What's that? Get an idea? The Marvel Tales X-Men stuff. I remember I know those. I think I still have those. It's pretty cool. I ripped that. That stinks. That's cool. Check that out. I got 2 of the books. Weird oddball treasury-sized books that I've always wanted for the longest time, and here's one of them. Oh yeah! Battle of the Century. Superman versus Spider-Man. Look at this. Look at the artwork on that. And the smell. Man, it smells great. Lex Luthor, Dr. Octopus fighting it out. Man. Anyway, I think it's awesome. I love this back cover. Look at that. But mainly it's just this main cover. It's legendary. It's awesome. This is a really cool find. Before we get out of here, this last book is super important. It's historical. Superman versus Muhammad Ali. Man, the fight to save Earth from the Star Warriors. Ah, man, this is history right here, and I think it's beautiful. Neil Adams doing something. Man, he's like top level right now. This is like when he was at his greatest, I think. He's never been better right here. It's great, and there's so many celebrities in there. You got Jimmy Carter, Batman, Sonny. You got Lex Luthor. Man, I'm trying to be careful with this. It was almost near perfect until I dropped something on it, and I kind of put a little nick in it. But down here is like a little diagram of all the celebrities that Neil Adams included in the audience, so I think it's really cool. And sometimes I think this old art, Neil Adams especially, it's the coloring and it's the inking style that I think once he goes over and tries to redo it, like he does often, tries to re-ink them, it does not look as good. It does not. Whoever was doing it the old way, I think they knew how to ink better than Neil Adams knows how to ink. Beautiful book. This is so cool and historical. And Neil Adams did a really good job. I'm seeing Cassius Clay there. Look at this stuff. It gets crazy, man. Look at this. Heck yeah. Get yourself some DNT. Gotta chill out. Read this book. You'll be all right. Just remember, no matter how crazy the news tells you this planet is, it's not true, man. Go outside for a change. Go outside for a change. You'll realize that most of the planet gets along just fine, for the most part. It's not nearly as bad as they tell you it is. And there's darn good reason for that. They want us all to be divided and scared, but we shouldn't. Don't fear. Don't fear the Reaper. What am I talking about? Okay, that's it. I think I'm gonna stop. I'll get the heck out of here, guys. Remember, spay and neuter your pets. And Magni was right. We'll see you next time.